Hello everyone from my end. My name is Gerasimos Mileounis, and then for the coming 20 minutes, what I'm going to be talking to you is how essentially we can use AI in order to empower online businesses. Okay, let us get started. So artificial intelligence, what it essentially is, it's a collection of technologies. It's not something new. It's been there since 1950. What is new right now is that we've been collecting data for a number of years. We have the right algorithms, and we have the computational power that we need in order to make all those things reality. Actually, AI is pretty much everywhere. It's on our smartwatch, on our phones that we're using every single day, and it is on our e-commerce platforms. So what actually AI does, it's able to understand, sense, and essentially act. And the way it accomplishes that is by orchestrating data with algorithms in order to achieve smart things on the back end. And right now that we have the large boom from cloud platforms and big data, that thing becomes very necessary for us. So it enables a number of things that we're going to be discussing in the e-commerce space. So what I would like to say at this point in terms of buzzwords for the AI space is NLP, computer vision, and chatbots. And I'm going to be going and saying more about those things shortly. Okay, so clearly since 1950 to today we have 8 major trends going on. But where I would like you to focus on is that for the past 10 years there's a rapid growth going on around technologies. And if you ask, actually what experts believe that if CIOs invested in AI 3 years ago, we wouldn't be ready. But if they have to wait another 3 years, they wouldn't be able to catch up that rapid growth. So time is now, meaning that imagine your companies and the way they are operating. What if every single operation was an intelligent one? Then imagine the benefits that you're going to be having out of that. So time to act is now. Okay, I've said that and I've covered the basics regarding AI, but what's the real impact that we're going to be having on the e-commerce space? Because AI and innovation needs to take place in that area as well. So I would like to watch a video with you, which essentially describes how we can apply and what technology we need to apply and what we are expecting to get out of that.
How do you sell without visual or empathy-reliant cues? Data-driven algorithms were originally introduced to help people find just what they wanted in a sea of choice, saving them time and headspace. Users' trust in those algorithms has grown, as has their trust in voice-enabled digital assistants. When your customer has been seduced by the immediacy and fun factor of talking to the likes of Alexa, rather than directly with your brand, reaching that customer is a challenge. Digital assistants don't notice the branding efforts that influence humans' buying decisions. So how do we define a marketing strategy when all visual and empathy-reliant cues are removed? Brands will need to find new ways to influence their customers' decisions and their customers' chosen algorithms.
Okay, we've covered some trends and we're going to be discussing them in greater depth. But from a technological perspective, AI is at the top of every single company. And if you ask the companies if they are doing AI, the answer that you're going to be getting is yes, we do. But at this point, I would like you to take a step back. And the reason behind it is whoever is doing any intelligent reporting that requires data, systems, and algorithms or prediction models clearly understand the complexity behind that statement. So for the coming 5 years, we're going to be using machine learning and the AI in order to drive e-commerce results. And that essentially going to be characterizing us and grouping us in 3 different segments. Those who are using essentially AI and analytics for doing basic statistics, and that's going to be the laggards. Those where they're going to be incorporating AI and machine learning in order to improve their efficiencies within their organizations, and those where they're going to be the front runners and they're going to be deploying AI on the cloud, and those are going to be the front runners. Okay, right now I think I've set the ground for what AI is, and right now I would like to discuss with you the how-to, meaning we as Accenture, what we see as hot trends on the e-commerce space. Those are some indicative ones, but you need to understand how essentially you can apply those trends in your organization in order to start getting benefit out of it. And those trends are things that we are already working with our clients. And those three are hyper-personalization, computer vision, and chatbots. And we're going to be discussing each one of them shortly. Okay, let's start with hyper-personalization. Clearly, you don't want to base your decisioning around which product to recommend to which customer based on human logic, business rule. Why? Because every single customer is a unique one, so you need a personalized strategy around it. Clearly, this is something that was feasible from Amazon 5 to 7 years ago, where they had their own recommendation engine in order to generate personalized recommendations for every single customer, channel, point, geography, etc. But right now that we have with the available data points and platforms, this is feasible for every single e-commerce company out there. So what Amazon did back in the time, they were sensing what everybody was shopping in order to generate recommendations of the form. Customers like you have also purchased this product, or this product looks like the other one, so on and so forth. So you could incorporate into your content management system those recommendations. But the whole idea is how you could make them hyper-personalized, meaning that today you have more data points than in the past. Why? Because you could track all those cookies that are available and combine them with the historical data. And this way you're going to be making your recommendations time relevant. And this is a challenge. Getting recommendations is easy, but your picks are changing through time. It's different on December time, different on summer time, so on and so forth. So hyper-personalization is a key aspect. Okay. Searching. In a traditional e-commerce search platform, you can index many product names and product descriptions. But by doing that, you're not going to be getting back relevant results. So in order to make that capability more efficient, what you need to do is that you need to enable contextual awareness. And how you can enable contextual awareness is just by utilizing natural language processing algorithms. This way, you'll make that thing a reality. And let's give you a few examples. Let's say that I'm going to be visiting my favorite site, and I'm going to be searching for blue dresser. The traditional search engine will return back both dress and search, because it cannot understand that dress shirt is a unique entity. Or if I do a search for bike helmet, it will return back to me helmets that are related for other categories than bikes. So what you need to do is essentially to incorporate NLP in order to make the search process more efficient. But that's a challenging task. Why? Because what you need is you need to collect all those data points, structure them appropriately, standardize them, and create all those linguistic attributes that are needed in order to describe your products. And this way, you're going to be pushing all the computational search burden on the back end, and you and your consumers will be more happy because they wouldn't have to scroll down until they find what they are really looking for. It will be first hit. Okay, visual search. Visual search is a new and a hot business topic. Essentially, imagine that the traditional way of performing the search in an e-commerce solution is by conducting type queries. But the new era essentially requires that you can use your smartphones to upload an image and then use the platform to actually give you and allow you to quickly recover, quickly figure out new products, new brands, and quickly meet your needs. And this is something that Pinterest Vision Lens is doing right now. So they have significantly improved their user experience by incorporating that technology today. And what's very interesting as a fact is that internet reports show that 15% of Pinterest users are conducting product searches, where the equivalent ratio for Facebook and Instagram is of the order of 15%. Clearly, AI is the key to empower your business. So you need to start thinking on how you can use those technologies today. Extended reality and or virtual reality and its cousin augmented reality. It's something that it's been a dream, but today it's a reality. All technological companies have largely invested on it. And let's look back a year and a half. Think the large success that Pokemon Go had to consumers. Consumers are very eager for augmented reality. You and your companies, your e-commerce companies need to understand that and start seeking how you're going to be making that a reality. Because the boom in that particular aspect is going to be happening. And think, if you're going to be leaving that behind, then it could be the same story as Walmart, where 20 years ago they had the largest market share in retail, but they didn't believe on the power of the internet. And it was the time that Amazon was a pioneer. They invested heavily, and right now they are the front runners. So the boom on the AR and VR space is going to be happening. So time is now for you to act. And augmented reality is going to be helping your customers essentially make their decision on which product is right for me. And the reason behind it is that it will allow you to have a better understanding of the product, its description, its reviews, etc. Whereas augmented reality will allow you 3D superimposed models, and you'll be able to see how your product is going to be looking like in your home, in your office, so on and so forth. And that leads to a better digital experience for everyone. Last but not least, chatbots. They've been out there in the business domain since 2016, but not many businesses could understand what is the real value out of chatbots. Actually, if you're gonna, and one of the main points that they were not aware of its power was because they were afraid that you would need to install a new app. No. All those chatbots are available in your phones today. You can start building an app for Siri, for Google Assistant, and you can have a seamless integration. So you can reach out to your customer directly, no need to install any app. And just by doing that, you can train the chatbots to learn your customers, and you're going to be pushing the right recommendation at the right point, at the right terminal. So big hit for you. Or push a personalized campaign offer for them, or allow them to sense in real time what is the status of their order. Ask for feedback on your recent order. And all that comes unlimited 24 out of 7. Wow, fantastic. And these things are happening, and we are doing it for our clients. And right now that I've covered some of the aspects and trends on the AI space, I would like to walk you through a use case that we as Accenture have delivered on the AR space. So that was in BMW for BMW. In order to become a top seller auto vehicle company, what it requires is not only to make cutting-edge cars, but it requires to keep your technological savvy customers happy. But 2 years ago, how could you essentially see how your car will look like unless you actually order it? And that was something that we discussed with BMW, and we worked all together in order to come up with iVisualizer. What iVisualizer is, it's essentially an augmented reality app that allows you to design your car, see how it looks like, open the doors, see how the internal is going to be looking like, and all that using Google's technology. So let's see how it looked like.
Michael, come. Do you want to see my new car?
Honey, what are you talking about? I can't see a car.
I'm talking about the future. Here, have a look.
That's brilliant. I'll stick with blue, your favorite color.
And silver rims, as you like them. Want to have a look inside?
Sure. This is great. Oh, fantastic.
So iVisualizer was a project that we delivered back in 2017, and it's being rolled out in 17 markets. Question you might have for me is if Greek market is already on? No, it's not. I don't know the exact date of when it's going to be released here. So at this point, I would like to thank you for your time. Hope you liked my presentation. Thank you.